Don't make it hard. This is easy. Just do it. Just simplify it and just make it easy. Pretty much do what works for you. And this is what's been working for me. We don't use indicators, like I said. I don't trade news, but I could make money off that.
What's going on, traders? My name is Kenta. Welcome back to another TFT interview. Today, we're joined with a trader, a six-figure funded trader from Denver, Colorado. His name is James. James, welcome to the interview. Thanks for joining us. How are you doing today, bro?
Pretty good. Glad to be with you tonight.
Awesome. So just tell us, how did you get into trading? Tell us about your journey.
First started off 2.5 years ago, just buying Bitcoin. Just buying it when it was in 60,000s up there, and before it took its big fall. But that's how I first got started. And then I had a friend that was posting on Facebook daily of what he was making. I didn't understand how he was making so much or why he was making so much, but it caught my attention, and we got the messaging. He got me hooked up with the academy called Invest and Made Easy. And I was a part of a DCX family, they call it. And I learned from there, and I started trading. And I wasn't just setting up my portfolio. I was now trading now. We started into Ethereum, Bitcoin, and I was getting in the market and getting out of the market instead of just buying stocks or buying crypto. Then after that, I saw US 30. After that, I found love with it. And here I am today. That's all I trade is US 30.
Nice. That's quite the pair to be trading. Very volatile. So how long have you been trading?
It'd be 2 years in January.
Being in 2 years, what's been your biggest obstacle or biggest thing that you had to overcome in trading?
Patience. I try to rush it, and patience is what took me hardest, the longest. So once I got the patience down, I started seeing the results.
Waiting for your entry signals? What do you mean by that?
I would say greed, trying to get the money too quick, trying to get rich overnight, which it doesn't happen here in trading. There's only 5% of successful traders. 95,
right.
The other percent usually fail or quit or give up. I'm going to be one of that 5% that's going to succeed. That's for sure.
With the funded trader, how much are you allocated currently?
200,000 live, 100,000 phase 2 challenge, which I would pass probably next week for sure. So I'll be up to 300,000 next week.
So do you have as far as with your trading, do you have a daily routine? How do you stay consistent?
With our private US 30 chat that we have, our leader there is Sad Morgan for investandmadeeasy.info. We have a private US 30 chat, so we get US 30 signals nightly for the London session.
Nice.
And then I have a mentor named Gabriel, the realtor Montoya. He does a live YouTube channel Monday through Thursday, 7:45 Mountain Time. And that is under Trust Your Trade. I trade with him in the morning, and then I do some solo night trading and some solo morning trading before I do work, because I do own a business here in Denver for flooring, so I stay pretty busy.
So do you think that the fact that you do have a business and you're able to generate income, that you're not as stressed out about trading?
Honestly, I think it's a little too much, because with me owning the business, I'm doing the sales, invoicing, and actually installing the flooring as well. So I think it's a little too much. So I'm getting to the point where I just want to open a flooring store and stop installing. That's pretty much where my goals are and where I'm leading to.
Would you ever consider just having trading as your main source of income, or is it more of a side hustle?
No, it's going to be trading 100% here soon. Hopefully within the next 6 months. I got some goals, because like I said, I want to open a store. I want to invest into some type of Airbnbs. My girlfriend, she does grooming for dogs, so we want to get a grooming shop up and going. So there's some goals that we're looking for, so we have that time freedom where we don't have to work so hard and enjoy our lives. One of my leaders says, let's have 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday. And that's what I'm
Saturdays and 1 Sunday. I like that. That's cool. And then as far as your goals with TFT, or getting funded? What do they look like?
My goals, I want to get up to I want to be one of those ones where I could say I have $1 million in funding.
Yeah, seven-figure trader. Let's go. Now, with I know you said you trade US 30 strictly. What's like your risk management system look like?
I never over leverage. So on my $100,000 accounts, my lot size is at 0.80, which is $8 a pip. If you would do your standard leverage on that 100,000 would be a 10, $10.
Yeah.
That's to stay under leverage. That's my risk management right there. And believe it or not, me trading $8 a pip, I can make a lot of money, as you can tell.
Yeah, for sure. So do you have a standard like amount of pips that you have as a stop, or how does that look like?
So on our night trades, we call it 30 pips and dip. We get
30
our
pips and
setup and we get 30 pips and we can get out of there. That's our night trades.
Okay.
And then through our day trades and all that, we 1 to 3%. So that's my daily goal is 1 to 3% of my account.
Nice. That's a great goal.
Same thing for loss. 1%. I try to do is 1% loss if I'm not having a good day. 1% loss. Close the phone, close the charts, call it a day. There's
Right.
always tomorrow.
What time frames do you look at? Like, what does your strategy kind of entail?
I trade about an hour before opening bow, before the big movement, and then I jump into the big movement on US 30, which would be 7:30 Mountain Standard Time was opening bow for Denver. Just the way the market's moving, we go with the trend, and just like I said, US 30 does move very fast. We're scalpers, so we don't stay in the trade long at all. We're not in it for the day. We get in, we get out like 10, 15, 20 pips, and we do that maybe 4 to 8 times each time, open up 2 trades at a time.
And so what is there like your average like winning trade look like? And like what do you said 30 pips and dips. So
nightly trades, I'm right around 300 to 400 on my nightly trades. And then on my morning trades, I average anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 a day. So I'm right around 2,000 a day, 1,500, right around there. That's pretty much my results pretty much show.
And then do you use any indicators, any technical indicators?
The EMA, that's the only indicator we use is the EMA, which shows us pretty much if we're under or above it. If we're above the EMA, we're looking for buys. If we're below the EMA, we're looking for sales. We sell with the trend.
And which EMA are you using, and what time frame do you use with that EMA?
We're using the EMA 200, and my mentor trades on the 5-minute. I trade on the 15-minute.
Why did you decide to go for the 15-minute versus the 5-minute?
So I was a part of the academy for IME, and that's pretty much how I was taught how to trade, was with the 15.
Got it. And you use the 200 EMA on the 15 as a indication for trend.
Yep. So I do have one live account with Forex.
Okay.
They just moved to a whole new platform with Trade Locker. So I do have that. So I haven't been trading it. Okay. So the last 2 months I have to do strictly not but firms.
Was that like a pretty large account? Did you have success with that live account?
I won more than I lost. I'll put it that way.
Cool. Awesome.
On the live account anyways.
In your trading experience, what was your best and your worst trade?
My best trade, I won $8,000 on my best trade. I was in a trade. It was an hour before opening bow. And I had 2 or 3 trades open. It shot up. The market froze. It shot up so high, and I was in 3 trades, and it just kept going up, and I won it on that. So I believe that was right around 8,000. That was my best day trade ever. My worst is I blew 2 accounts in one day.
How did that happen? Like with blowing the account, was it like?
It was the way we look at it, or the way we call it. It's revenge trading, which we shouldn't do. Like I got to the point where me being patient, just being patient. That's it. I was greedy. I had greed. I was revenge trading. When I did lose, I wanted more. I wanted more. Yeah, it wasn't working for me. I had to find a way to see what worked for me, which was being patient.
So do you have like a set of rules that you follow that now like helps you become more patient, more consistent?
Just wait to a better entry. Don't rush into it. And just like I said, I don't risk no more than 1%. If I get down to 2%, I broke my rule. And then just like I said, I do 1 to 3% a day on that. That's what my goal is. There's
Okay.
times that makes him in 800-900 a day, and I call
Right.
it quits.
Let's just say, let's hypothetically speaking, you get into a trade and it instantly like shoots past 2%. Are you hitting the exit button and you're just walking away from your desk? Like, what does that look like?
When I do get into a trade, I don't put no stop losses. I learned this from my mentor.
Okay.
We don't put stop losses in on the broker because the broker knows what you're doing. We
Oh,
don't
I
want the
see.
broker to know where our stop loss is.
Got it.
Mentally, we know where our stop loss is. And we're right around 50, 60 pips pullback that we're under leveraged. Then we can handle that pullback. So US 30 does move pretty fast. So
Right.
it can shoot back and then shoot down 100 pips. And all that, you
Right.
just got to make sure you don't over leverage so you don't blow your account for one. And for two, you can handle that. No more than 2 trades each time.
Got it.
Don't jump in more because you're just risking way too much after you jump into that third trade on a pullback.
Got it. And so as far as like per day or per week, how many trades do you think you're taking?
Per day, I'm anywhere from 20 to 30 a day. So
Okay.
weekly, 120, 150 trades. On my first payout, I actually won with a 98% win ratio on my first payout. So I only lost
Nice.
2%.
Nice.
And I had over, I would say, 300 or 400 trades.
That's quite a bit of trades, but I mean, you said you're scalper, so that makes sense. That trade you said was your best trade. What was like your psychology behind holding that trade? Like, were you already up like so much and you just like, or did you have something that signaled you to hold on to it? Like, what does your psychology look like when you're in something like that?
So obviously, I freaked out when I saw all those blues. It just kept going up. I think on that day, it probably shot up 400 pips. Yeah, with 3 trades open, I believe.
Yeah,
It shot up crazy, and it just kept going, and I was like,
got
oh,
it.
yeah. Looked at US 30 or over the year and a half I've been doing US 30. Eventually, it got to come back and breathe. It can't just keep
Right,
going. It got to
right.
it got to retest that area that it's done. They have a saying, "What goes up must come down,"
Sure.
vice versa. So just gotta be patient and wait for that good entry.
Yeah,
Eventually, you're gonna get a good entry, but if you rush it, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have that pullback. There's times we get pullbacks, but we patiently stay under leveraged and wait for it
yeah.
to go our direction.
So are you setting your stop loss to break even at some point? Like, what does that look like?
I don't set a stop loss, but
Right.
to break even, like so, if I were to lose, and try to break even with the stop loss, you're saying?
Yeah, like once you're like, let's say you're up, 20 pips, and is there like at 20 pips, I'm gonna put my stop loss. So if this trade comes back to my entry, I'll get stopped out at entry versus losing any money, or like, what does that look like?
No, with the scalping, we're 8, 10, 15 pips. We're usually out.
Got it.
If
Got it.
if it's moving that quick and we get up
Yeah.
to 20, 30, and we'll take it, but I won't sit there and hold on to trade
Okay. And
because
are
of
you?
how fast US 30 does move. You
Yeah.
could be profited and then bam, you're shot down and in and out with US 30.
Okay. And are you entering just market orders, or you using limit orders, like buy stops, sell stops?
So yep, market execution
Market
only
Okay.
for daily. At night, we do a 1 buy stop and 1 sell stop.
Yeah.
So after the buy activates and that hits, we'll delete the sell. We do have a stop loss. That's the only time I do use a stop loss is with our nightly trades because sometimes it don't start moving to 2, 3 a.m.
Right.
And I'm sleeping usually. When I am sleeping, I do have that cushion where it doesn't go past 100 pips.
Do you set those trades and you'll go to sleep with them, potentially activating?
They usually activate before I go to sleep usually. So I
Okay.
usually have an eye on it. Kind of makes me nervous having trades open when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, for sure. You don't place like the limit order, or the buy stop or the sell stop, and then have your stop loss as well set, and then you don't fall asleep during anything like that, or
Sometimes I do fall asleep, but we haven't lost in a while. Once in a while we'll hit our SI and then we'll get it back in the morning usually. My mentor, he tells us we expect to win. We didn't come in here today to lose. We came in here to win. So
yeah,
that's what we're
sure.
gonna do. We're gonna win.
It sounded like you scaled in on that large trade that was going up quickly. Did you add more positions, or was it just one position that you were holding the entire time?
I opened my 2 positions, so I'm
Yeah.
still kind of not had my rules set yet.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
had 2 positions open, and it went back on me. I was in for a buy, and it started dropping. Once it dropped, I think maybe 15 or 20 pips, I added another one. So I had three of them. And then
Okay.
6:30 came news. I think I saw this maybe twice, but the market just froze, stopped for 10 seconds. And then before I knew of it, it was way up there. There was a candle about
A
that
gap?
big
Wow.
that shot right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as like with the news, how do you approach like the long term? And then obviously like there's news that you can look up on like Forex Factory and stuff. Like how do you approach that?
I actually don't trade news, but I
Okay.
do see it. I do
Yeah.
pay attention to it. I actually have made quite a bit of money off news trading because I wasn't trying to trade it. I was just in doing my trades and
Hmm.
news hit. But I started, learning how to trade news when news came out, what's allowed with the rules, all that. You learn this over time to be a profitable trader. Is education first. Learn the skill set and to be a profitable trader. You can't rush it. Just education first. That's the main thing.
Nice. When you first started trading, how was the support with your friends, your family? Like, what did that look like?
I was by myself and I just saw my buddy posting his results and I talked to him and he told me that he's here and he'll mentor me because he don't want me to do what he did. And he lost 20, 30,000 dollars and he goes, I already did that for us. So let's make it where
Right.
you don't do that because I already did it. I'm gonna show you how to do it. And believe it or not, in my eyes, I know everybody thinks they have the best mentor, but in my eyes, I have the best mentor. He's so motivating and he inspires me to be a better person. And this is
Yeah.
words alone, how he speaks to us in the group and all that.
Right.
It's just so motivating where it got me to the point where I'm at today. I have his mindset pretty much. Family, yeah, family loves it. They're happy for me. They saw my ups, they saw my downs. Obviously, this 20K payout in 2 weeks is my largest payout. So, I was actually on vacation while I was getting my payout pretty much. So,
That's
it
amazing.
came
Congratulations.
out
That's
pretty good.
awesome. Are there any other like resources of education for trading that you look at outside of that?
No, he says it like this: don't make it hard. This is easy. Just do it. Just simplify it and just make it easy. Don't over make it hard. Don't go out your zone. Pretty much do what works for you. And this is
Mm,
what's been working for me. We don't use indicators, like I said. I don't trade news, but I could make money off that. But just make it easy. Get in, get out. You could average $1,000 a day trading other people's money, and you do that 4 or 5 days a week. That's $5,000 a week. That's 20 grand a month. That's 140,000 a year. So imagine getting all those accounts built together and having that $600,000 account, and you do that
right.
1% a day. That's
Right.
6, 12, 18, come over. That's 24,000, 30,000 a week. That's
Yep.
36. That's 120. You're a millionaire, a
Yeah.
yearly millionaire. That's just how he throws at us. He inspires the whole group of us that we're just all trying to eat and we're all trying to do the same thing and be profitable. It's like I said, it's
Yeah.
not easy though.
Right.
Trading is hard.
Trading is hard. Yeah. I want to kind of go back to the strategy a bit. Are you more of a trend trader or are you like a breakout trader, break and retest? Like, what does the strategy sort of look like?
Just pretty much trade with the EMA for above
Okay. Okay.
buy. So obviously it'll be an uptrend
Yeah.
under the EMA. So I'm a trend trader,
Yeah.
scalper in and out pretty much.
But what does the entry signal look like? You're above the 200 EMA. Is it like breaking out of a certain level? Like you're looking for
Yes.
momentum? Like,
Yes. So I don't know if you know about US 30, but US 30 has big zones. So that's
interesting.
how US 30 has their big zones, and
Bank
that's
zones.
how they trade.
So you use the bank zones and you look for breakouts outside of the bank zones or
Break and close out of the bank zone, and it's going to the next zone pretty much. Or
nice.
you can get a fake out, but it's okay because all we need is 10, 20 pips, and we're in. We already got what we need it.
Are the bank zones like psychological hold numbers? Like what are the exactly do you mean by bank zones?
Every 50 increments. So my MT4 right now says it is 35,983. Next bank zone would be 36,000 even. And then the next one that's going to be 36,050. Next one's going to be
Oh,
36,100. So
100.
every
Okay.
50 increments, yes.
Cool. I like that. I haven't heard that before. appreciate you sharing that with us. If you could speak to yourself when you first started trading with the knowledge that you have now, what would you tell yourself, at that point?
No regrets. I would do it all over again. It's been a nice journey. I lost some, I won some, but me telling the old me or the big new me would just say keep going. After seeing my mentors daily profits, just put me in that mind zone and set me in stone saying I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna win. I talk to quite a bit of people. A lot of people reach out to me in our private chat. I just down to don't over leverage. A lot of people over leverage because they try to get rich quick. It's a time processing thing. Just slow down, be patient, and wait for your entry. Don't rush it, but don't quit though. That's the main thing. That's why many people are not successful as trading because they lose and they quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit.
As far as like for their psychology, what kind of insights do you have as far as like developing your psychology, with the patience and that type of thing?
You just got to let them know that you've been there, and you got to tell them I've been there, but I learned from my mistakes. We don't call them losses. We call them lessons. When we lose money, we have a lesson. Let's learn from that lesson and let's get better. That's
Awesome.
We don't talk about losing. Losing's not part of our vocabulary in our group.
I love that. Yeah. Every time you take a loss, it's a lesson. It's not a loss because you're learning something from it, right? And is there anything else that you'd like to tell our audience or anything that you'd like to share, like any last thoughts?
Get out there and keep trading. There's so many different people out there, but there's so many people that are scams. People try to show you how to trade and they don't. I'm a part of a community that is 100% legit, and I pay $99 a month to get signals every night. And my mentor does free Monday through Friday YouTubes. Sam James sent them. Everybody knows who I am. I'm the only James in our community. They will be profitable, but at the same time, they gotta learn the skill set. Learn the skill set, education first, and then you'll see results.
How can our audience get a hold of you if they want to ask you some questions or reach you?
With our private US30 chat, it's a Telegram, so they could reach out that way.
Cool. Awesome. Well, James, I really appreciate you sharing all of your insights. And to our audience, I hope you found this interview beneficial on your trading journey. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, trade smart, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, James. Appreciate you.